All right, boys, we are back with our Surfside episode 21. We are off and running. What's going on, fellas?
What a start, man.
The
What a
Surfside, man. Episode 21, the great one.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
That's why I'm so glad that we're doing this together, the Surfside. Beautifully done there, Adam. I love it.
Yeah, that was really well done, man. The great episode, we'll call it. We're doing well, Adam. Me and you just came from a Pirates game, and hey, we suck again. And yeah, it is
You
what it
guys
is.
are absolute sickos.
I
was this close, because they re-upped the ballpark pass, and you have until like a certain day of the month to say, hey, don't send it to me. I was this close to pulling the trigger on it. But then I went on SeatGeek. I went on SeatGeek and I was looking at ticket prices. They're so expensive for single game tickets on there.
You could just get somebody to transfer you a ballpark pass when you want to go.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's just kind of like that stadium is so damn empty. And then if you look at SeatGeek, you'd think it's like freaking full. It's crazy. It's so predatory. But
yeah.
Great episode last week, guys. You can always tell when we have a great episode, just the feedback I get, and then I see like the retention things and just people da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum,
Stacks in the city.
Stacks in the city, baby. I love the dating stories. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
I'm afraid I've turned a corner and I can't go back anymore. I have to keep this going. I have some more stories this week.
Yeah,
I do.
Stick around in the podcast. We got to bury them in the show a little bit so people stick around.
I got some good dating stories. Maybe something that's like a point of contention here, because I've had some people disagree with me strongly about what I'm going to reveal later on in the episode, but we'll save that for later. Sax, you got back from Morgantown. How was your trip?
Great trip. I mean, these are kind of like becoming like my favorite little trips, just like these places that are like 2 hours away from us that, you never even think about going there and treating it like a little vacation. You know what I mean? Like going to Morgantown, going to Erie, going to Johnstown. Like when you think of a vacation from Pittsburgh, you think like, oh, I'm going to go to the beach or something. Get me anywhere but like our general like geographical spot of the world. But man, I had a great time in Morgantown, and lots to talk about with Morgantown. First off, I took a bus down to Morgantown.
Oh,
hell yeah!
And the bus ride is 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I think if you're doing like a long distance bus ride, if it's like over 2 hours, you got to have a bathroom on the bus. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you can't poop in the bus, though. No pooping in the bus.
No pooping in the bus, but you got to have at least an option. Dude, this was basically like a Pat bus down to Morgantown.
Yeah.
There were no bathroom breaks. There was no nothing. See, the whole time I had so much anxiety about, am I going to have to pee on this trip?
Oh.
And in like the Greyhound station, I'm taking like 10 pees. Anyways, made it down there. Morgantown is like, what do you guys think of their logo?
The West Virginia logo?
The West Virginia logo.
I mean,
yeah, but I'm biased too. Like I can't stand West Virginia with everything inside me, dude. Like I'm biased. I do like one thing, and I don't necessarily love the song, but I do like that they have like a song that they sing after every game. That it seems like it's not just at the university; it's everywhere. And it happened. Country Road too, yeah. At the minor league stadium that I'm saying it, I interned at. I know I bring that up a lot. In Southern West Virginia, after every win, we would sing the song. It was like statewide. It was pretty cool. I think that's neat.
So you guys are Pitt, have gone to Pitt at some point.
I never went to Pitt.
Never went to Pitt.
Yeah. I went to Pitt grad.
How many years did you go to Pitt, Adam?
3.
Interesting. I went for 9 years. So
to
sounds
Pitt?
like, yeah.
That sounds like a problem, Sax.
No, I went to folk school, kindergarten through 8th grade.
I was gonna say, what are you, a doctor?
Education. What?
You a doctor, dude? What are you talking about? 9 years.
No, I just like to bring up that I went to Pitt's laboratory school for 9 years, and I always just like I talked to like doctors and lawyers. I'm like, how many years you go to? 4? Oh yeah. But I mean, there's like some rivalry. You really hate West Virginia?
Dude,
I don't
West Virginia, Penn State, and Notre Dame.
You
Hate them
hate
all.
H
I
word.
hate. I loathe.
So the thing about West Virginia is that logo is there's like the Portland Trailblazers. That's a logo that's from like the 70s.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Flyers, I think that's from like the late 60s, like 70s. And then
Similar
like that
design.
West Virginia logo, it's like these are like there's so few logos that are like 70s that are still like popular today.
Yankees.
Yankees is from like like the 1870s.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's far back. Like you're saying 70s, like it's so far back that goes.
Well, I just think that the 70s brought us so much like bad architecture, bad just like visuals, bad like, and it's just so weird to have like a place like Morgantown. It's so 70s down there. Like everything's 70s. I was walking down Morgantown. I saw multiple signs on the street that said "End Polio."
Oh,
They're still figuring it out down there, man.
You know,
They're years
you know,
behind.
Jonas Salk went to Pitt.
Yeah, he went to Pitt.
Yeah.
I was like, is this a
Okay.
troll? Are they trying to troll like Pitt people, being like, "Hey, polio's still rocking"?
Interesting. You'd think most people down there are pro RFK, so they're probably pro polio, but
Polio, that's crazy. I feel like that's an insane statement. That's a crazy thing to say.
I'm walking around this neighborhood. I'm like, it's like when you like see like all these like yard signs, like "End Polio." It's like what? What?
They haven't figured it out. They're
I
still
mean,
gonna put
going
it-
after it.
Then I'm like, oh, is it popping in Africa or something, or like? But again, I because I know like Jonas Salk went to Pitt, so I was like, is this a troll? Like,
The
man,
people in West Virginia are not
Let's,
advocating for anyone in Africa. I can tell you that.
no. Let's make signs for Pittsburgh that say "end malaria."
It's something
polio.
you
I
can get
mean,
behind, yeah.
what does polio do to the body?
Your lungs can't function, right?
You have to go into like one of those
Iron chamber, iron lung.
iron lung. Yeah, there was a
Really?
guy that
So
was
like
in one of
back in the
those-
day, that's what would happen.
There was a guy that was in one of those for like 60 years, and he was a lawyer. He got his law degree. If you
And
couldn't
he's
be
just,
more
like, chilling in
miserable
the iron
already,
lung, like going to court.
no, dude, he was just like I think he just got his JD and then like passed the bar. But like, I don't. Yeah, there was a story about it. I think he recently passed, but like he was in an iron lung for a long, long time.
All right. Well, I mean, so keep your head on a swivel, guys. Polio's back.
Polio's
So
back, dude.
1970s architecture designs. I haven't really thought much into this, but are we saying that W is like pro Watergate scandal, pro Vietnam War, pro?
Is that like brutalist architecture? Or what
Yeah,
are you
brutalist. Is this pro like Iranian hostage?
Honestly,
Is that
kind of
the 80s?
sounds like communism.
I don't even know what
to
that
me.
means. Pro war, like that.
Yeah, they're for that, right?
Well, so like in East Liberty, like they effed up East Liberty in like the 60s and 70s, and they build all those awful 70s buildings, and they're they're now like replacing them all and stuff. It's
Right.
like in WVU they still have all those buildings, and yeah, I guess they're pro Watergate down there.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
brother.
Pro Watergate,
Yeah.
pro Hamas.
So
That's
I
what
went
I've
to there's a place called 123 Pleasant Street, which
Okay.
is like a music
That's about as
venue.
far as they can count down there. Okay,
Oh my
continue.
god, I thought the same thing. I was like, we can't-
Are you guys both thinking? Scott's on. So it'd be a Scott episode.
Don't get me going on W. We might need to cut this segment pretty soon.
I didn't know
I'm
that
not
you
gonna
guys
stop.
like hated WVU. How
Yeah,
could you
dude.
hate WVU?
Did you
They're our
guys
neighbors.
hear about the governor's mansion in West Virginia?
Oh boy,
It
what?
it burnt down all the way to the wheels, dude.
You guys just have these like lines in your back pocket.
Yeah, dude.
This is just like when I grew up with like hippie parents, like in the city. Like I didn't even think about WVU growing up, but you guys like are just have an onslaught of roast. to it.
One last question. If your parents get married in West Virginia and they move to Ohio, are they still brother and sister?
God damn it, Scott. It's a fucking Scott episode. My ex-wife's gonna be happy.
I don't think about WVU at all. I can go years without thinking about WVU. Every single person there thinks about Pitt multiple times a day. It's embarrassing. It's rent free for no reason. They barely played for the past like 10 years.
I know.
And everything is just eat shit Pitt. And they wear Pitt stuff. I mean, even though it says eat shit Pitt, they still wear it to the games. It still says Pitt. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Oh man. So anyways, I'm down at 1-3. I just said I'm really shook by like the fervor and the attack dogs I've unleashed. I love it. I went to 123 Pleasant Street, and I'm getting old, guys. I'm 36. I'm Jerome Bettis. I bought tickets. There's like a legendary music venue. Like Mac Miller went there early in his career. Wiz Khalifa, Girl Talk. All the Pittsburgh acts would go down to West Virginia and play 123 Pleasant Street. It's just like a legendary spot. They have like posters on the wall of like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I buy a ticket. There's like four bands on there, 4 local bands. It says 8 o'clock. They don't start this damn show till like 9:30.
That's not that bad.
That's not that. Now, what are we doing?
That's a long time. Did you have to stand? It was standing, dude, I'm assuming.
I get there right. I'm like, am I this old? Like, is that just common for music venues? You got to wait around forever?
We waited for Action Bronson for like over an hour when we went and saw him in Detroit. I feel like whatever the start time is, the main act doesn't go on until like at least an hour later.
But these were like college bands. I'm like there at 8 o'clock. There was no one in the whole place. And I'm just like sitting there, like waiting with my dick in my hands for 90 minutes. I'm getting old, guys. I thought like when you say 8 o'clock, the show's going to be at 8 o'clock.
At least like 8:30. Like 8:30 is fine, right? You get there, you get a snack, whatever you need, and I guess you got to pick your place to stand. My thing with concerts are I need a seat nowadays. I need somewhere to sit. I'm not standing this whole time. It's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I agree with that. And speaking of concerts, real quick, the Arts Festival is coming up in Pittsburgh. Sex, guess who's performing at the Arts Fest?
Don't tell me. Give me a first letter.
Was a group from the 90s. So
first letter.
It's in your wheelhouse. S.
Savage Garden?
Nope.
Sarah McLachlan?
Nope.
Yep, got it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
No.
Sarah Lawrence College.
You're like totally off, but
I'm not close to the Sarah?
You're not. No, not at all.
Give me a sounds like. Give me a sounds like.
Sounds like?
Yeah, what does it sound like?
Owls of Chiff.
Huh?
Souls of Mischief.
Souls of Mischief?
Yeah, dude.
I don't even know that band.
93 Till Infinity. You don't know that song? I'm pretty sure they're like.
Sing it for me, baby.
No, I'll play it. I can't sing.
No, we would have to get us dinged.
It's gonna get taken down. YouTube's gonna flag us.
What's up? This is Tajay of the Mighty.
It's an Oakland like group. I'm pretty sure. You've never heard them?
I've never heard. Oh wait, I know that. 2, 1, 2. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Rap group. Yep.
Got it. Got it.
Anyways, I got recognized by a youth at the 123 Pleasant Street.
Oh, a youth.
Here's one more thing I got. Here's one about Morgantown.
Stinks.
I want a cafe. I went for me to go. What'd you say?
I said it stinks.
You know what? There should
go
be
on. Talk about the cafe.
There should be like an option when you go to cafes, because I'm new to in sobriety. I started drinking coffee, and now I drink a lot of fucking coffee. There should be an option. I don't want iced coffee. I just want room temp coffee.
Okay.
There should be the coffee comes too hot.
Oh, you're like a little Miss Liebeck from McDonald's. You're gonna spill some coffee on your lap and sue McDonald's?
I drink coffee for the effect. I don't drink it. I don't like the flavor of it. I like it because it's like I'm an alcoholic. I like the tingles. I like that it gives me a little pep, a little up, and I like that it gives me an effect. I don't want to sit there and blow on a coffee and wait. Like, I guess that's why people get iced coffee. That you just mainline it into your veins. But
Yeah, that or crack.
I love black coffee, dude. I listen. You got to come to our one of our shows at the
I know
Allegheny Coffee, because you got Allegheny Coffee is my favorite, man. It's so good.
I love coffee.
Also, I just want to take a second before we move on to apologize to any listeners from West Virginia. Although I think your state stinks, we love you, and continue listening, please.
It's a fucking Scott. Scott is Ava today.
They're long gone, Scott. They turned this off a while ago.
They'll be back for Sacks in the City though.
So room temperature coffee.
I don't know why I brought that up in about Morgantown, but
That's
every
fine.
cafe I went to is like they were giving me just cups of lava.
It is true. I tend to agree. Sometimes when I'm on the road and it's never Dunkin', but when I get McDonald's coffee or coffee from anywhere else, it's so hot. I can't do anything with it. It's miserable. So yeah.
I'm like, is it like people think it's like sterilizing or something? Like they think it's weird to get something that's not like they think it's not as clean or something to get something that's room temperature or
lasts longer if it's hotter. And then it like you can drink it for a longer period of time. If it's, I mean, are you just gonna chug the lukewarm coffee?
Again, I drink this. That's what I want. I just want the feeling of drinking the coffee and being like,
right.
So,
right.
But then I don't want iced coffee because then that ice is basically diluting the thing you're spending all this money to get.
Yeah,
so you're putting frozen tap water in your bean juice. If give me all bean juice, but like room temp.
Get an iced cold brew, so the coffee is a lot stronger and it doesn't dilute it as much. It's good.
I've yet to do cold brew. I'm scared of cold brew, but I will try it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, cold brew is good. Also, the nitro espresso from Allegheny Coffee and Tea, very very good.
Oh, there we go.
It's kind of room temp too. They're not paying me to say this. It's kind of room temp and it gets you going. I like it a lot. Big fan. I will say when I was in college, there was a coffee shop below my apartment that did iced coffee, but the ice cubes were also coffee. So it was like, yeah, it got you going, and then you knew what time you were pooping that day, like every single time.
I love coffee shops because again, in sobriety, it hits every single check mark that you want from a bar. Of that, you sit there, you're able to look around. Oh, look at the pretty ladies. Oh, look at the weird guy. Oh, look at the.
That's a good point.
Look, it gives you that social stimulant, and you feel like you're part of the community. I love it. I love coffee shops.
I love the vibe of them. Like I love like going into new coffee shops, especially when you're on the road. Like you're doing these trips to these small towns, Zach. Like the mom and pop coffee shops. Like those are the places I'd be hitting every day.
Oh, dude, yeah, and it's like, yeah. I do that every day. And then it's always like, because all I get is the drip coffee, right? And it's so interesting, like where I am in the world, some places don't have drip coffee. You got to get an Americano. And then, and then
it's like watered down coffee, right?
Drip coffee should be cheap, right?
Should be.
It's just tap water mixed in with whatever their basic generic bean is. And it shouldn't be any more than like $3.50 for a large. But
how much
anyways,
you paying for coffee nowadays, Scott?
How much am I paying?
How much you paying for your typical coffee?
Like a couple $, because I get a double espresso shot. Like that's all I do. I'm a psycho. I like black coffee, but I love espresso. So if I go to like one of these coffee shops in the Strip, I'm getting just a small. If I'm sitting there, I love the vibe of like a small like espresso cup with the little spoon.
Dude, I was gonna say he's afraid they're gonna revoke his Italian card if he gets anything different, dude.
I haven't had an espresso shot. I'm gonna have an espresso shot with you at your live show.
Yeah, let's do it.
I made a mistake last episode, and it's just so funny. I text Adam the rundown, and
bro. I got scared.
Read what my bullet point was that made Scott worried.
It had me freaking out for a second, dude. The rundown is Morgantown, and then the second bullet point is sobriety mistake.
The first thing I asked, I'm like, I don't know if this is appropriate, but Sax, are you okay?
This is why I love these guys. These guys are true friends. I get on, and it's like they're looking at me like a ghost appears. And they're like, sobriety mistake? Are you okay, man? So you guys are true friends, good friends.
Yeah.
I did not lapse. I did not relapse.
Good.
But remember last episode I announced that it's 18 months.
Oh no, what is it?
Are you off?
It was 17. It's 17 months.
No.
What happened was a couple hours before, my dad texted me. He's like, "Hey, it's your." I'm gonna blame my dad. He texted me. He's like, "Hey, it's your 18 months. Congratulations." And I was like, "Is it?" I didn't do the math. I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And he's like, "Let's get ice cream." I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's get ice cream."
Ice cream, yeah.
He's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Oh, let's get some ice cream." And then I jump on the podcast. I'm like, "Boys, 18 months of sobriety." And you're like, "Yeah, hell yeah." And then I go on like my WhatsApp sobriety groups, and I'm like, "Thank you for keeping me sober." Thank you. And everybody's like, "Hell yeah." And then it turns out it's just 17 months. But 17 months, not
Still
much,
good.
nothing to sneeze at. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's better
So-
than the alternative of what we thought. For a second.
Much better news. Much better.
It was so nice. They're caring boys. These are caring boys.
Episode 21 is now not an intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
21. That's drinking age.
Yeah, this is our
This
our
is the
mutual
great episode. This is the great episode. I think it's going to turn out to be a great episode too. But no, Sax, I'm glad that it was just a calculated error from your dad.
Love you guys. Yeah. He yeah.
episode. Well, we love you too, Sax. And before we get into anything else, I think we have a little Sax in the City segment that we're bringing up here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that's coming around the corner. So get ready. I'm talking about one more thing before we have a da 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 dum da dum. Can you guys identify that theme song, by the way?
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's such a furious theme song.
Have you tried watching that show, by the way?
You know what someone told me? That it was created by a gay man, and if you just watch it from the point of just think of it's stories from gay men in the city.
Okay, so
Cut.
that's what Sex in the
don't cut
City's about?
Well, because it's
Dude, we're only 3 days in. Come on.
I tried watching it as a kid because my dad had the box set of it.
Yeah, of course he did.
My dad is a gay man. He had a box set in it, and I tried to find the nudity. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's HBO. Is it HBO?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Oh, okay, so was there? There should be.
Yeah.
I would
100%.
watch it in for medicinal purposes, but I honestly couldn't get through the episodes. It was too.
The woman that ran for governor of New York she was nude on there many times.
I voted for her.
Did you? Good.
Cynthia Nixon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did she lose to? I can't even remember.
She ran for governor, right?
No, she ran for mayor. I think there was Eric Adams. Something.
No, it was before.
Not De Blasio. I don't even know. I voted for De Blasio. Anyways, what did you guys watch Sex and the City with partners or something or on your own?
My mom would watch it here and there, and I saw occasional episodes. But
My first girlfriend that I dated through high school and college, she would watch it, so I watched it with her. I'm familiar.
Yeah, did you watch it with her?
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to say something real quick before.
yeah.
So the account's going. I'm almost at 50,000 on Instagram, and it's I'm starting to get some. Next week, I will be in Key West, doing an ad for. I'll be in Key West for 5 days, doing content for Allegiant Airlines, and which is pretty amazing. And the account's kind of picking up, and I'm talking to now I'm talking to a hotel in Cleveland. I'm going to Cleveland for a couple days, and I hit up this hotel, and I'm like, hey, I got this account. I'm like, screw it. They're like, yeah, we'll work with you. We'll give you a free room in exchange for a story. I had my e-bike was so bad. Velotrick. I'm going to say their name. Everything that could go wrong with this e-bike went wrong. And I have been trying to get them to replace it for freaking months because everything that's gone wrong went wrong. guys, I was finally like, fuck it. You know what? I told him, I said, look, if you guys don't replace this e-bike, I'm going to create a video called Do Not Buy This E-Bike.
Oh, no.
And then I sent a screenshot of my account with my numbers. It freaking worked.
You pulled a, do you know who I am?
This is the first time I ever did
Yeah.
this because it was so infuriating because they try to, their whole thing is that you have to escalate it.
Yeah.
And now I got this nice little escalator. So it's the first, I pulled a do you know who my father is?
Attaboy.
And it freaking worked. So I just wanted to say that. It's the first time I ever did that.
And it's all over a bicycle.
Yeah.
That's fitting. That's very fitting.
This is what I use my power for is bicycles.
Love it.
I could get something nicer, but anyways.
That's all right. I mean, listen, you got to use it as long as you don't use your powers too often. And I think that was for the right cause.
Well, just yeah. So whatever.
You're doing the Lord's work, Si.
Da-da-da-dum,
Oh God, here we go.
All right, here we go, everybody.
It's
she's
Sax
always
in
like
the
talking
City.
to her diary, right? We for the Sax in the City corner, we have to have like a thing where it's like, I'll figure it out later. But Sax in the City, Adam, go ahead.
We'll make a song. So last week we got it kicked off with online dating. All right, and I've been on a couple of dates with very nice woman who lives in the area. And the third date we went on, and it was a sushi date. Okay. You eat sushi, Sax?
Not really. It's just like a kind of like a sticker shock thing. Also, sushi's just like, I don't know. Yeah. I like it.
You don't like fish or raw
Do you
fish?
like raw fish?
I like it.
Okay, fine. You like it.
Yeah.
All right. So we go to this sushi place, good sushi place. I'm not going to call it out, but get in there. I had the Uber there. So it was already like a weird thing. Like I got an Uber to the date. I don't have a car right now. It's in the shop for like 2.5 weeks. We order sushi and she eats the sushi with her hands. Okay. And I thought that was extremely weird because you use chopsticks to eat the sushi. Okay. And if you do not know how to use chopsticks, then you at least attempt to use the chopsticks. And if you can't get it down, then just poke the sushi with the chopstick and put it to your mouth and eat it.
Make a kebab.
And if you can't do that, then just ask for a fork and eat it like that. You do not pick up the sushi and then dunk it into soy sauce and then eat it like it's chicken nuggets. Now, I went to Debo and I said, listen, here's the story I had. This is really not good for me. I don't like this. And he's like, yeah, I 100% agree. That's bad behavior. And then I asked Scott, and of course, this idiot is like, no, I always eat sushi with my hands. And then I asked Danny, who also goes to like all the Pirates games, and she's like, yeah, that's a finger food. It absolutely is not. It's not a finger food.
Yes, it is.
You eat with chopsticks. Leave it in the comments. I feel like I'm going crazy because now I'm getting like 50-50 results on this question. It's not a 50-50.
We might need to put a poll
100% of the time, you do not eat sushi with your hands. It's not a thing.
I just don't think everyone wants to use chopsticks or knows how to use chopsticks. I think the argument you're making is kind of uppity, Adam. I'm not going to lie.
Using chopsticks is not like
it's uppity,
high class thing.
It's
wooden sticks. It's wooden sticks. I'm not eating with like gold pens. Like it's 2 wooden sticks that you break up.
It's like, what's the difference between dunking a California roll into soy sauce?
You're eating California rolls?
Yes, I am. Shut up.
Oh my God, dude, your opinion does not. Yeah, you're basically eating chicken nuggets then. That's what you're doing.
Time out. What is the difference between dunking sushi in soy sauce? I'm not differentiating between types of sushi, and dunking a chicken nugget into honey mustard. Tell me, please.
One is historically a finger food. One you've grown up. That's because chicken nuggets are meant for little kids that don't know how to use utensils. Okay.
One costs
That is why.
$4 for 10 pieces. One costs like $4 for one piece.
Yeah. One, people have to go risk their life to go catch in the ocean, and another one, they have to just go like shoot a chicken on a farm, and they're like, all right, that's your chicken nuggets. This is not up for debate. This is not up for debate.
This is so debatable. I don't. Sex. Where do you stand?
Yeah, sex. Help me out here.
Chime in.
I swear.
This is unbelievable.
Tell him
swear
he's
to
up in
fucking
This is
God, dude.
unbelievable. So it's not a finger food.
Exactly.
And I lived in an Asian country that eats food like food with their fingers. Sushi
Right.
is not a finger food.
Thank you.
It's but
I'd like a second opinion.
there's no second opinion.
Do you want me to call my ex-wife? I mean, I don't know if she'll help. She's Mongolian, but
it's just not.
she's an Asian woman. Who do we? What Asian people do we know?
We can't go there. Like, we can't go there.
No.
The point is, it's not a finger food, and I felt that was weird, just dunking sushi into soy sauce and then just eating it.
If you're at home and you get it, go ahead. But if you're out at a restaurant, like, and you're like popping it, like it's like, you know, like a little thing, yeah, that's neat. You gotta.
I'm putting a poll on my Twitter right now. I'm
go
just
for
curious.
it. You're gonna look dumb. You're gonna look super dumb. We can clip this if you want. Everyone is going to agree with me. It's not even close. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Okay.
I've never even like heard of this as a debate. Like this is
it's not a debate. It's not. It's not a debate. Is sushi a finger food? Yes or no? Put it up there. If anyone retweet it. It's not a finger food. Okay, let me just get on with the rest of my date here because I'm getting lost in the sauce. So the conversation's fine, right? Everything's good. Like, we're having a good time. But then I realize, like, now I have to leave the date and I have to call an Uber. So there's like an awkward moment where it's like, okay, like, wait around for an Uber, whatever. As I'm outside of the restaurant, like, we're just having a conversation. And when I eat a lot, this is like a weird, like, genetic thing with my family. It happens with my dad, and I'm pretty sure it happens with my sister too. When we eat and we get really full, we get like congested and like stuffed up. And I sniffle a lot after I eat.
Oh no.
And we're outside.
Do you have like a handkerchief or something?
No, I don't have a handkerchief.
Good, thank God.
I at this point, if I eat too much, I should probably keep some tissues on me. But we're outside, and she said something funny. I don't even recall what it was because what happened after just totally, I just blacked out after that. She said something funny, and I snorted, and I had just snot come down from my nose to like my upper lip, and I had to like do one
like
of those
you're an
guys.
Anime character, like
Yeah, I had to like do one of those guys to like, because at that point you're blowing a snot rocket or you're sucking it all the way back in. And I think the option is clear. You have to snuck.
Did she see it come out?
She did not comment on it, but there's no way she didn't see it.
So you think it wasn't? You think it was? The move is to just suck it back into your face.
I think the move is to suck it back in. You can't blow a snot rocket on a date in front of somebody.
But she's already seen the snot come out, and then you're like, oh, I gotta get back in.
I thought I did it quick enough, but like there was eye contact, so she definitely saw it. And then from there on, I'm like constantly like wiping my nose to like make sure there's nothing there. Cause now all I think is when she's looking at me is that I have snot on my face.
Right.
So
yeah.
The conversation's lost at this point now. I'm waiting for the Uber. I'm like, the Uber just has to get here now. And it's like a fucking minivan that rolls up and I have to like get in the back of this minivan, and I haven't talked to him since.
The Uber minivan's always
minivan, dude. It had the sliding door, and I just opened up. He's like, Uber for Adam. I'm like, all right, this is where I go. I just hop in the back of this minivan like he's taking me to
Speaking of chicken fingers, the Uber minivan.
Yeah. So I haven't talked to her since. That was on Thursday. I've been the one like setting up the dates, and I think this one's too far gone. guys.
So there's just radio silence, and you've been the one proactively pushing it forward.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say like proactively. Like she was like very like I think she was about it. But I think I was more so on the fence, and then just the course of events that took place on the third date doesn't make me want to put more effort. I'm just kind of
third date's definitely like that's an important date.
It's an important date. It's an important
date.
It
sounds like you blew it. Sounds like you got picked up in a minivan.
I got picked up in a minivan. Yeah, that was rough. Okay, that was bad. I think it was just there's one event after another that all just didn't go my way, and I think it's fine. It's all right.
We'll be keeping tabs and find out next week again.
Yeah,
people love it. They love the Adam in the Sax in the City.
I'm just Adam living in the city. The Sax.
I gotta be honest. I'm still shook about the sushi conversation.
The sushi thing is still on my
It's already
mind.
made it to our Pirates group chat.
I've never even heard that brooch as like a thing. So yeah, I'd be curious to find out.
It's I don't know, but I'll keep you guys updated. I got other stuff developing. I don't know if I should talk about that part on here.
Not yet. Let's
we got next week.
That's the next week thing.
I'll be in New York City when we're recording next week, so maybe I'll do a little live thing from be a West Village girl while we're recording.
Yeah. I'll tell you after we're done recording, and then you'll let me know if it's appropriate to continue that next week, because this one might be. I don't know. I don't know how far I want to get into this conversation, but that's my life right now. It's all just me thinking about how people eat sushi.
I love that you shielded the name of the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, like dude, the sushi was good, but like I'm not.
Who's gonna care about that information?
It's on McKnight Road. It was a very good establishment.
Oh, wow. Red Lobster.
Yeah, we got sushi at Red Lobster. Honestly,
when I was in rehab, I'm not gonna dog this guy. No one knows who this guy is. When I was in rehab, my room was right outside of the payphones because you can't have phones in a rehab, so you got to use these like payphones. And there's a guy in there. He called the McKnight Road Red Lobster every single day, making sure that his job was available for when he gets back. So I just be sitting there, and the guy would be like, "Yeah, I think I got another, a couple more days in here, but I just wanted to make sure that everything's okay. My job's still available for me." Anyways, So
I don't think I've ever been to Red Lobster.
I think I say rehab. I've never been to Red Lobster either. It's like it's very successful.
I've only been once. I don't remember what I got.
Just for like getting fish or like seafood at a chain establishment is very risky business.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do love fish though. You guys like fish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah, like mostly all fish. I don't know if I've ever met a fish I don't like, but maybe there is out there. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? I used to say, until I got to college, actually, I used to say growing up, I was a very picky eater, that I didn't eat anything that swam. That was my thing.
See, again, you don't get an opinion on the chopstick issue.
Doesn't every animal swim?
Well, technically, yeah.
Don't cows wade in water?
Do they? I've never seen a cow swim before.
Wading in water is like the equivalent to soaking.
I mean, like, do cows, they swim?
I was about to create like an AI image of like a cow swimming. Yeah, I guess they just kind of. You never see, cows don't swim, I guess. They just kind of like stand in like water that's like up to their like ankles.
I can't like imagine a cow swimming. Like, how would their I guess they just like wade, like they tread water, like with their little like legs, or what do you call them, hooves? Like, damn it. I don't know.
This is quite an episode.
Getting off the rails. Before we go, we got a couple of other things.
Couple quick things.
All right. We got Central Connecticut.
Yeah. So I'm just real quick. Send me your Central Connecticut, Hartford, New Haven. I'm doing 2.5 days in there coming up. So what I'm gonna get the pizza. I mean, New Haven for you Italians, that's like
like a pizza
capital of the world, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked to try that. I'm going to be right there in Yale My grandfather's a Yale dropout, I believe, so that would
Love
be
that.
fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My grandfather met my grandmother in Connecticut, so there's that.
I cannot wait for the Yale video, dude. The
Yeah.
Yale video is gonna be unreal. I already know.
And then I just want to do a brief, super quick. It's so funny with Mongolian Corner because on YouTube our numbers spike with Mongolian Corner, but if you look on Spotify, people
Just goes way
immediately
down.
turn off on Spotify.
All right, game time. Let's go. Mongolian corner.
So
Stick with us.
Mongolian Corner, guys, success. The Mongolian youth, after protesting for weeks, have made the Prime Minister of Mongolia, whose son was getting favored gifts, and it was the Prime Minister's son's wife was posting on Instagram showing off all her gifts, and that's
Right.
what set up all this unrest, and it was successful. The guy has since rescinded. He is no longer the Prime Minister, and they'll probably replace him with this guy politically very similar, but they also stopped like some supermajority. Anyways, Mongolia, shit is popping off. So
All right. Good for our fellow Mongolians.
yeah, hell
Stay
yeah.
persistent. Good stuff.
Fight the power.
Absolutely. Well, good stuff. Good Mongolian corner and good episode, boys. Really enjoyed that one. If you don't already, go watch our stupid faces on YouTube. You're going to get a lot more on YouTube. I mean, if you're listening to, leave us a 5-star review, comment. That helps us out a ton. It only takes you a
please.
second. We really, really appreciate that. But also go to YouTube, hit subscribe, like, leave a comment, share. Trash Scott this week. Like, absolutely.
I'm still shook.
Let him have it.
I just want to say that I feel like I've really got our brains working this episode. And I'm very proud of my contribution this week. So
I said that my favorite
I don't
part
care.
of this podcast has been just how Scott's role has defined itself. Because Adam's very much the driver, and like the driver of the show, the host. I'm kind of like, it's a lot about my trap. And then Scott's just like, you are such a wild card.
That's how he is on a day-to-day basis. So
That's like actually my personality. So
Yeah.
it's what it is.
But we appreciate everybody. Again, share the episode with a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and then go like all of our social media pages. Go follow for more content.
Follow
And-
Bucko Banner.
Yeah, follow Bucko Banter. Get all the pirate stuff. We got some good stuff going on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you follow the Pirates or get your Pirates news. We're there. So go follow Bucko Banter, subscribe on YouTube, and we will see you next week.